Okay, so we've all heard of love languages, right?
Right.
But have you ever thought about how they actually play out in the bedroom? I mean, get ready to spice things up a bit today,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
we are diving deep into love languages in the bedroom, understanding and applying them.
Ooh.
This source is going to help us unlock some secrets to a really fulfilling and passionate, intimate life.
It's funny.
Yeah,
So many couples I see, they feel disconnected intimately,
right.
even when the rest of their relationship is pretty good.
Mm,
It's like they're speaking different languages when the lights go out.
that's so true. I've definitely felt that. Like something's missing even when, you really care about each other.
Exactly.
So we're cracking the code today,
Yeah,
figuring out how to feel truly loved and desired in the most intimate way.
exactly.
Okay.
It all comes down to understanding those 5 love languages, right?
Okay.
Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. It's not just knowing what they are. It's about actually applying them to the bedroom.
Okay, so let's break this down. Let's start with words of affirmation. Seems pretty straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say nice things, make your partner feel good.
Right.
What's the nuance when it comes to intimacy, though?
Yeah, it's more than just,
Ro-
generic compliments.
Oh,
It goes deeper.
okay.
It's really about, research shows this, people who really value words of affirmation
Okay.
often have this really deep-seated need for validation, reassurance.
Okay.
So, in the bedroom, those whispered words of encouragement, those specific things you love about their body, how
Yeah.
they make you feel.
Yeah.
These aren't just niceties.
Right.
They're actually meeting a core emotional need.
Wow. So it's like those words create a safe, loving space for them to kind of fully open up?
Yeah, be vulnerable.
Be vulnerable,
Yeah,
exactly. I think I also read somewhere, feeling truly desired can actually boost someone's confidence in the bedroom, too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Words have the power to, shape our reality.
Mm-hmm.
And in this context,
Mm-hmm.
they can shape the experience of intimacy in a really profound way.
Okay, what about acts of service? Now, I'll admit, this one sometimes feels a little unsexy to me.
Yeah,
Like, doing chores is romantic,
right.
but I'm guessing there's more to it.
Think of it this way. It's about creating an experience,
Right.
okay? Imagine your partner comes home and the bedroom is clean and inviting.
Okay.
Candles are lit. Maybe there's some soft music playing, a warm bath already drawn.
Oh, okay.
It's those thoughtful actions that say, I've put effort into making this special for you, even before things get physical.
Okay, I see what you mean. So it's not just about the actual task, it's the message behind it.
Right.
It's like, I'm invested in making you feel good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that can be incredibly arousing for someone whose love language is acts of service
Hmm.
because they feel seen, cared for, and that sets the stage for deeper connection.
Okay. And then there's receiving gifts. Now, I get that gifts can be symbolic of something. Yeah.
But sometimes it feels a bit cliche.
Right.
Like, do I just buy lingerie every Valentine's Day?
You bring up a good point.
Yeah.
But the key is to think beyond those,
Yeah.
stereotypical gifts. It's more about what enhances your intimate connection.
Hmm.
So it could be something sensual like massage oils or a nice piece of lingerie.
Sure.
But it could also be a book of erotic poetry,
Okay.
a new sex toy, or even something as simple as a nice photo of the two of you
Yeah.
that you place in the bedroom.
So it's really about the thought behind it, the effort to
Uh,
find something that speaks to your partner's desires.
Exactly. And it becomes a ritual.
Right.
This giving and receiving of the gift,
Yeah.
and it adds meaning to your intimacy.
Okay, now quality time. I used to think, this was just about being in the same room,
Mm.
but it's so much more than that.
You're right.
Especially in the bedroom, distractions can really kill the mood.
You're telling me, in this world of constant distractions,
Right.
undivided attention is so precious.
So in this context, it means putting away the phones, turning off the TV,
Okay.
really focusing on each other,
Yeah.
making eye contact, talking, cuddling. It's about savoring that experience.
I love that. It's about creating a sacred space where you can truly connect without the outside world intruding.
Right, and
Yeah.
that contrasts so much with rushed or routine intimacy,
Yeah.
which can leave both partners feeling unsatisfied.
Mm.
Intentional quality time builds anticipation and allows that connection to unfold more naturally.
Okay. And last but not least, physical touch. This one probably seems the most obvious when we're talking about the bedroom,
Yeah.
but I know there's more to it than just sex.
Right, absolutely. While sex is important,
Yeah.
don't forget that physical touch is so much more. Holding hands, cuddling, gentle caresses.
Right.
These non-sexual touches are incredibly powerful. They build intimacy, they create a sense of closeness and comfort.
So even those small gestures, a kiss on the cheek, a hand on their back, these can all contribute to a more fulfilling experience later on.
Exactly. You're keeping that spark alive
Hmm.
even when you're not in the bedroom.
Okay.
And that makes those intimate moments even more meaningful.
Welcome back. So I'm ready to put all this love language knowledge into action. Let's get to the how-to part.
Great. Let's bring those abstract concepts,
Yeah.
into real-life examples.
Okay.
So imagine your partner's love language is acts of service.
Okay.
How would you make them feel really loved and desired?
Okay, well, I'm thinking about what we just talked about, right?
Right.
It's about creating that experience, making them feel pampered and cared for.
Yeah.
So I would probably start by, transforming the bedroom into like a relaxing oasis.
Okay.
Dim the lights, light some candles, put on some music, maybe even draw a bath with some essential oils, some rose petals.
Yeah, that's the stuff. It's those small but thoughtful gestures. It's about setting the stage,
Yeah.
showing you've put in the effort
Right,
to
exactly.
make the experience special.
And maybe while they're in the tub, I could whip up a simple meal,
Oh, nice.
with their favorite ingredients, maybe have a glass of wine waiting.
Exactly. It's all about anticipating those needs
Right.
and going that extra mile.
Okay, so let's switch to words of affirmation now.
Okay.
We talked about how powerful those words can be in the bedroom.
Yeah.
But what are some specific examples that go beyond just like, you look hot?
Right. It's got to be genuine and specific.
Right.
Instead of just complimenting how they look,
Yeah.
tell them what turns you on about them.
Yeah.
What you love about their body, their touch, how they move.
Right.
Don't be afraid to go a little deeper. Tell them how they make you feel, how much you desire them,
Right.
how much you enjoy being intimate with them.
Okay, so instead of saying, I love your eyes, I might say something like,
Yeah.
the way you look at me right now makes me feel so connected to you.
Exactly. Those kinds of heartfelt, personalized affirmations. Incredibly powerful. And don't underestimate whispering sweet nothings in their ear.
Oh, yeah. Good tip.
During those moments,
Oh.
it's like a soundtrack of desire.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and don't forget about encouraging them,
Okay.
to explore their desires,
Right.
their fantasies. Let them know you're open to trying new things and that you want them to enjoy themselves.
That's so important. It's creating that safe, judgment-free zone.
Exactly.
Where you can both feel comfortable
Yeah.
expressing those desires.
And hey, if you're both open to it,
Yeah.
don't shy away from a little dirty talk.
Okay, now I'm blushing a little.
It's about using words to tease, to tantalize, to build that anticipation.
Right. It's about using language as a tool
Yeah.
to enhance the experience.
Okay, so moving on to receiving gifts.
Oh, okay.
We talked about how it's not about being materialistic,
Yeah.
but it's about the thoughtfulness behind the gift.
Right.
How would you apply that in the bedroom?
Well, I'd choose something that enhances the intimacy between us.
Okay.
And it could be something practical, like massage oils or candles. Or something sensual, like lingerie, or even like a new sex toy to explore together.
I like it.
Maybe something sentimental, like a framed photo.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and place it in the bedroom.
Those are all such great examples. And remember, the presentation is just as important.
Right.
Wrap it up nicely, add a handwritten note, make that giving and receiving of the gift a special little ritual.
Right. All those little details matter.
Exactly.
Okay, what about quality time? In the bedroom, that means creating a sacred space for connection, right?
Yeah. Free from distraction.
Free from distractions. So how would you achieve that?
Okay, well, I would definitely start by establishing some tech-free time.
Right. Put the phones away.
Yeah, put the phones away, turn off the TV,
Yeah.
and just make that conscious effort to be present with each other.
Okay.
So you can talk, you can cuddle, listen to some music,
Yeah.
or even just lie there in comfortable silence, just enjoying each other's presence.
Right. And I think a lot of people underestimate the power of just being present. Yeah.
We're so used to multitasks.
Right. Always on.
And we forget how good it feels to just be still.
Exactly. And in the bedroom, that kind of presence can be really arousing and fulfilling. It's about connecting on a deeper level.
Okay, and last, physical touch. We know it's essential, but how do we go beyond just sex and incorporate all those other forms of touch?
Think of touch as a language itself. And different people have different dialects, right?
Hmm.
Some crave constant touch, while others prefer more gentle, infrequent contact.
Okay.
It's about paying attention to your partner's cues and responding in a way that feels good for them.
So if my partner loves to cuddle, I might initiate a cuddle session before things get more,
Yeah.
heated. Or maybe I give them a foot rub while we're watching a movie.
Exactly. It's those little acts of affection you can
Yeah.
incorporate into your routine.
Okay.
And don't forget about spontaneous touch,
Yeah.
Surprise them with a kiss, a hug, a back rub when they least expect it. I love that those little moments can really keep the romance alive.
Absolutely. And when it comes to the bedroom,
Yeah.
remember, physical touch is more than just intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
It's about exploring each other's bodies, taking your time,
Right.
focusing on that pleasure and connection.
Right. So instead of focusing on the goal, like an orgasm,
Yeah,
it's about enjoying the journey.
exactly. It's about making physical touch a natural part of your relationship,
Okay.
both in and out of the bedroom.
This is so helpful. I feel like I have a whole new set of tools,
That's great.
to create a more fulfilling experience.
But what if you're not sure what your partner's love language is?
That's a good point. Not everyone is super self-aware.
Right, or even what your own is, for that matter.
So how do you figure that out?
Well, first, pay attention. How do they express love to you?
Okay.
What makes you feel appreciated? Do they shower you with compliments? Always want to cuddle?
Yeah.
Are they always doing little things to make your life easier?
And also pay attention to how they respond when you express love. That makes them light up.
Yeah. You can also just talk about it.
Right.
Share what you've learned, see if it resonates.
Mhm.
You can even take a quiz together. There are a lot of them online.
That's a good idea. And even if you think you know their love language,
Yeah.
it's always good to have that open conversation.
Right.
Because things change.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Communication is key, always.
This is so eye-opening. I'm already thinking of how to apply this. But before we get too carried away,
Mm-hmm.
let's ground this with some examples.
Okay, yeah.
Like, how can we use love languages to create really unforgettable moments?
I love that. Let's get creative.
Okay.
Like we're planning a special evening incorporating all 5 love languages.
I'm game. Let's start with words of affirmation.
Okay.
How do we set the mood with words?
Hmm.
Make them feel truly cherished.
Well, start by showering them with genuine compliments throughout the day. Tell them how much you're looking forward to the evening.
Like, I can't wait to be with you tonight. You make me so happy, and I'm so excited to spend some quality time together.
Perfect. And then, as you're getting ready, leave little love notes around the house.
Ooh, like a trail of romantic breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
I like that.
And in each note, write something specific you adore about them. Their personality, their humor, even a physical feature that drives you wild.
So it's about building anticipation before the evening even starts.
Exactly. Okay, now acts of service. What kind of thoughtful gestures can we think of?
Well, I'd create a relaxing atmosphere at home. Dim the lights, candles, music, maybe even that surprise bath with oils and petals.
Yes, those little touches that show you've gone the extra mile.
Exactly.
And while they're enjoying that bath,
Yeah.
you could prepare a delicious meal.
Yeah.
Something simple but special, their favorite ingredients.
Okay.
You could even have that glass of wine waiting for them.
It's about anticipating their needs,
Yeah.
creating that seamless, indulgent experience.
Okay, now for receiving gifts.
Okay.
What would be something truly special and meaningful?
Well, my partner loves thoughtful gifts, so I'd probably get that lingerie they've had their eye on,
Okay,
or maybe a new massage oil that we can try together.
excellent choices.
Mhm.
It's about something that speaks to their desires, adds sensuality to your connection.
Right.
And again, the presentation matters. Wrap it beautifully, a handwritten card,
Yeah.
expressing your love and desire. Make it a ritual.
Right. Those details elevate the experience.
Now, quality time.
Mhm.
How would you create that tech-free space?
Well, after dinner, I would
Right.
suggest we put the phones away, turn off the TV.
Perfect.
Spend some quality time just talking, cuddling, listening to music, or even just being in comfortable silence together.
That sounds wonderful. It's about slowing down,
Yeah.
being intentional, savoring the connection,
Right.
and eye contact,
Yeah.
looking into each other's eyes.
Yeah.
It creates intimacy and vulnerability.
I think a lot of people underestimate being present. We're so used to multitasking.
I know, right?
We forget how good it feels to just be still, to focus on the person in front of us.
Especially in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That presence can be incredibly arousing. It's about connecting on a soul level.
Okay, last but not least, physical touch. How do we go beyond sex and incorporate those other forms of touch?
Remember, touch is a language.
Okay.
Different dialects.
Mm-hmm.
Some people need a lot of touch, others less so.
Okay.
It's about paying attention to those cues.
So, like, if they love to cuddle, I might initiate that before things get more heated.
Yeah.
Or give them a foot rub while watching a movie.
Exactly. It's about incorporating those small acts of affection
Okay.
into your daily routine.
Yeah.
And don't forget about spontaneous touches.
Right.
A surprise kiss, a hug, a back rub
Yeah.
when they least expect it.
Those unexpected moments keep the romance alive.
And in the bedroom, remember, physical touch is more than intercourse.
Mm.
It's about exploring each other's bodies with tenderness,
Yeah.
taking your time, focusing on pleasure.
Right. It's about enjoying the journey,
Exactly.
savoring each moment.
It's about making physical touch a natural part of your relationship in and out of the bedroom.
Wow, this has been so helpful. I feel like I have a whole new toolkit for creating a more fulfilling, intimate life.
I'm glad to hear that. But,
Yeah.
applying love languages in the bedroom isn't always easy.
Right.
Relationships are complex and there can be some bumps along the way.
Yeah, that's true. What happens if your partner's love language is totally different from yours?
Yeah, that's common.
Yeah.
And it requires effort and compromise from both people.
Okay.
The key is communication, open and honest conversations
Right.
about your needs and what you expect.
So you can't just assume they know what you want.
Right. You got to talk about it.
Yeah.
And listen to their perspective, too.
Mm-hmm.
It goes both ways. Sometimes it means stepping outside your comfort zone.
Right.
If their love language is acts of service and you're not naturally a doer,
Yeah.
you might have to make that effort.
Right.
It might feel weird at first.
Yeah.
But if it makes them feel loved, it's worth it.
Mm.
And you might find you actually enjoy doing those things
Right.
once you see how much they appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it can bring you closer.
It's about shifting your perspective, realizing that expressing love through those actions can be rewarding.
Exactly.
Right. Now, what about finding time for intimacy when life gets busy? Everyone's got a packed schedule.
That's so true.
So how do you keep that spark alive?
Well, it's about being intentional.
Okay.
Even small gestures can make a big difference.
Like what? Give me an example.
A quick hug before work, a text message saying you love them.
Great.
Little things,
Wow.
those can go a long way. And it's also about making time for intimacy.
Right. Even if it's just for a few minutes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even just cuddling, holding hands while watching TV.
Right. Prioritize those small acts of intimacy.
And it's not about being perfect. It's about making the effort, communicating, and being willing to grow together.
Hmm.
And sometimes it might be helpful to get some guidance from a therapist,
Right.
if you're facing challenges.
Yeah. No shame in that.
No shame at all.
It's about having someone to talk to.
Exactly. A safe space to explore your concerns
Mm-hmm.
and find ways to improve intimacy and connection.
It's good to be reminded that love is a journey, not a destination.
Absolutely.
It's about embracing the ups and downs, the challenges and the triumphs, and continuing to grow together.
I love that. This has been such an enlightened conversation.
Me too. I have a much deeper understanding now of how love languages can really transform our intimate lives.
I'm so glad to hear that. And remember, the key is to approach intimacy with curiosity, openness,
Yeah.
and that willingness to learn and grow together.
And most importantly, have fun.
Okay, now before we wrap this up,
Yeah.
one final thought. Love languages aren't just for grand gestures or special occasions.
Hmm.
It's about incorporating them into your everyday life.
Right, like little things, a hug, a compliment,
Exactly.
helping with a chore.
It goes a long way in making them feel loved.
Right.
It's about making love languages a natural part of your life together.
Yeah, and by doing that, you create a stronger, more connected, more fulfilling relationship. So go out there, experiment, communicate, and keep that love alive.
So, as we've been talking about love languages in the bedroom,
Yeah,
I've been thinking about how this all applies to relationships in general, like the bigger picture.
absolutely.
It's not just about the bedroom.
Right, so much more than that.
Okay.
Understanding your partner's love language, it's like a secret weapon
Hmm.
against those everyday relationship problems we all face.
Okay. Tell me more. I'm interested.
Well, think about it. So many arguments come from
Yeah.
feeling misunderstood or unappreciated, right?
Right.
But when you're constantly, even in little ways, trying to speak their love language,
Mhm.
it builds this foundation of connection that can be really powerful.
So it's like you're creating a buffer,
Yeah.
against that negativity.
Yeah.
You're showing up in a way that speaks to them. Exactly.
Even when things are tough.
Let's say you have a disagreement
Okay.
and your partner, their love language is acts of service.
Okay.
taking the time to cook dinner or do a chore they hate,
Right.
even while you're arguing.
Yeah.
That can really de-escalate things.
It's like saying, hey, I'm still here for you. I care.
Exactly.
Even when we don't agree on everything.
And those little acts can prevent things from becoming huge blowouts.
Hmm.
It's like you're building up this reserve.
Oh, like an emotional bank account?
Exactly. You're making deposits.
Yeah.
So when you need to make a withdrawal, you're not overdrawn.
Okay, I like that.
And the same applies to the other love languages. A genuine compliment can soothe hurt feelings.
Hmm.
A thoughtful gift, it shows you're thinking of them, even when stressed.
Right.
And quality time, that can rebuild closeness when things feel a little frayed.
So it's really about weaving those love languages into everyday life.
Yeah, it's not just about those big romantic moments.
It's about the little things, the consistency.
The more you incorporate them, the stronger your relationship gets.
It's almost like you're creating this, like, secret language
Yeah.
that only you two understand to communicate love and appreciation without even needing words.
That's beautiful. And that sense of shared understanding,
Yeah.
that's where true intimacy comes from.
Wow, this deep dive has been incredible.
I agree.
We've really explored those love languages, how they work in the bedroom, and how they make our relationships stronger as a whole.
We've talked about practical tips,
Yeah.
real-life examples, and how to overcome some of the challenges.
Right, because it's not always easy.
No, it's not.
But ultimately,
No.
love is a journey, not a destination.
It's about being curious, being present, and speaking your partner's love language.
Not just in the bedroom, but in everything you do.
I love that.
So, as we wrap things up, I want to say, don't let this knowledge just sit there.
Right. Take that.
What's one small thing you can do for your partner today? Something that speaks their love language.
A compliment. Help with a chore. A small gift.
Mhm.
A few minutes of undivided attention.
Yeah.
A loving touch. Make the choice to speak their language and watch what happens.
And remember, love is a verb. It's an action.
Yes.
So go out there and love fiercely, love intentionally, love in a way that makes your partner feel truly seen, heard, and cherished.
Hi, fam. I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I have more awesome episodes coming soon. Later for now, but go have some fun.